the brain fog, it went away, and all of a sudden I felt like my normal self, like from 5 years ago before I got pregnant, and even further back. I felt, wow, I'm me again. I can think, I can read books. Yes, I remember things. I'm Wendy. I'm from the Netherlands, and yeah, I've been raw for about a year and a half, a little bit longer.
Okay, and you told me just before that you didn't feel so good when you were late teenager. What were you suffering from?
Yes, I was having some hormonal difficulties, and with menstruation that would be quite painful, and I had sun allergy that I built up through the years that got worse and worse.
How did that show?
So when it was spring, I could not just go out in the sun, and my hands would be full of red bumps, and that would feel really hot and itchy. But if I touched, it would even be more painful, and I had to hide. But yeah, when it's warm, it was impossible, and without hiding,
right,
it even got worse and worse. So.
Okay, and anything else you were struggling with?
Yeah, I was slowly building up some symptoms, like inflammation in my Achilles heel, which I've had from early teenagers, and later heart palpitations would come, and that would be, kind of hard.
Yeah, and you also said something about breathing.
Yeah, so I had a little while that I could not breathe so well. I went to the doctors, and they gave me a little Ventolin thing for allergies.
An inhalator?
Yeah, a puffy thing.
Oh, okay.
Inhalator. Yeah.
Right.
Yes, and so I could not breathe very well, and my hands and feet would get really white and cold, and because there did tests and there would come no blood. So it'd be all white and blue, and I got medications for that too.
Oh, okay. Doesn't sound nice.
No, especially in the winter times. It's not nice at all.
No.
No.
So then what happened?
Then what happened? Yeah, I changed the way I was thinking. I changed the way I run my life. I went to look for alternatives, like alternative medicine, and I just quit all the medications from the doctor, and started to change my diet as well.
Into what kind of diet?
Like first a kind of a paleo diet, and getting rid of all refined sugars, refined food, supermarket food, and I would bring more fruits and vegetables in my diet, because I know about how life force is in like everything, even in foods, and that we need the source of light, our sun, and the sun would make our food the best, the way it should be. So should be for humans. So I was incorporating more and more fresh fruits and vegetables, and building off the other foods and starches mainly. And
did that help anything on your health issues?
Yeah, that helped a lot. I got pretty far with that.
Even the paleo?
Yes, because we were doing paleo a little bit different than other people's, because like I tried to be vegetarian a couple of times, and I would listen to advices, eat beans, eat rice, and the beans and the rice just didn't work for me. I felt terrible, I got sick, so I didn't do that. But I went on building off the meat and the fish and the...
So you didn't eat that much of that?
No, we would eat it I think 4 times a week.
Okay.
And then a 1-person portion with 2 people. So.
Right. And then you got pregnant, right?
Yeah, then in the meantime I got pregnant, and hormonally wise that went totally wrong. Your ligaments are supposed to get weaker to let the baby out, but that happened with me in the 9th week, and it would hurt.
So that was too early?
That was way too early. You have to go 40 weeks, and 9 is, it's like right in the beginning.
Right.
And I felt like I was falling apart. So my bones would fall apart, and I could not do walk up the stairs or down the stairs, or I had to lay in bed for 30 minutes and then I could sit for 30 minutes and then walk 30 minutes and switch that all the time, because otherwise it would feel too painful. And I think also that was all hormonal based, and I quite controlled it with other alternatives like osteopathy and homeopathy, and I know all the things that I personally did before I tweaked the diet even more. And I also got a lot of brain fog during the pregnancy, and that got worse and worse as well.
How bad was it?
At the point it was that bad that I could just sit and be, and then they would ask me to read something, and I would have the paper, and I would like one paragraph, and at the end of it I could not remember what the start was. So I was just being there because I could not.
You couldn't
focus.
think.
I couldn't think. I couldn't focus. I forgot a lot of things. I could not even remember from way back, and I forgot when my birthday was. Like, was it last week or 2 weeks ago? And things like that, I would forget.
Okay, so then you gave birth, and how did you feel afterwards? Did things improve?
Yeah, things improved really slowly. The ligament thing got worse, and I thought that would heal, and I was of course breastfeeding, but people would say, it's because of the breastfeeding, it will go away. And I slowly built that off, but it got better, but not good enough, not enough to do a 30-minute run.
So you were tired?
I was tired.
Okay.
Because
or was it the pain? It was not as much.
It's the pain. Pain was. I of course went to see the doctor and physiotherapist and everybody. I would go to so many people for help. And I did what all of those people said and everything I know, but it didn't get there. But the pain meant that I was ruining the ligaments. I was stretching them too far, even further than they're supposed to. And that's what the pain meant. So I shouldn't go there where the pain is.
Right.
So that was hard, because you want to do things in life. You want to pick up your baby. You want to go for a walk with your baby. And I was sitting a lot like I'm sitting right now with my baby next to me or on top of me, just because he needed his mommy. And
So you changed your diet radically at some point. When was that?
Yeah, that was a year and 8 months ago, when I did a lot of research about food and about detoxing. What does it mean? It means that you can let go of everything in your body that's toxic for you, that is making you feel pain, that is making you sick. But everybody says you can't do it when you have a breastfeeding child.
Right.
And then there was my little one, and of course he was 2, but he could use the mouse of the computer. He would click on YouTube on an eye, and there on the eye, on the video, there we were saying, okay, look in your eye, you can see all your weak spots, and what you need to do to get rid of all the weak spots is just eat fruit, berries, and melons.
Okay, so this was radiology, and you found a guy that was into fruit, you told me?
Yeah, so I found Dr. Morris, who's into the fruit, and he said fruit, berry, and melon, and that totally makes sense. And he said, if you want to go further, take grapes. Grapes are wonderful. I was at that point at the grape supplement, and I thought, this just makes sense, because the reason I choose the supplement is exactly what he's saying about fruit. And so fruit is good for you, and if it's the best, everything just fell into place. I just got in my cupboard, I cleaned everything out. I said to my family, we're going to make some changes.
Right.
I went and gave everything to charity, and we just went and do that overnight.
Wow.
And, I just got myself the melons. I love melons.
And how did that affect your health?
Well, for instance, first of all, it affected my mood, because I was so down from the pain and everything. And struggling a little bit with the food. And now I could have this delicious melon whenever I wanted.
But
and
did the pain go away, or?
Yeah, so the ligaments got stronger really fast. I had some issues with the sugar though. I have had sugars up and down, like you shaking and you want food. That got really bad in the beginning. But after 4 weeks, that went away.
Right.
So I had to eat in the beginning food every hour and a half, not to have the shaky feeling.
Oh, right. To get a stable blood sugar.
Yes. So my blood sugar got stable after a big month.
Wow.
I was like, yes!
Yes.
And the ligaments, I felt like I had less pain. I had less pain. But most of all, and that happened 2 months in, the brain fog, it went away. And all of a sudden, I felt like my normal self, like from 5 years ago, before I got pregnant and even further back. I felt, wow, I'm me again. I can think, I can read books. Yes, I remember things. And that was the most important thing. And so I was no longer tired. I was no longer in pain. And
what about all the things you used to have as a teenager? Do you have any?
Yeah, that took a little bit longer. So I also incorporated a lot of grapes and grape juice. And I did a few grape juice fasts that you only drink grape juice for a while. And after, I think it was in November 2016, then it just went away. So then no more menstruation pain. And
wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I could just go middle of the winter. I went on an airplane, no air sickness. I went in the sun, bright sunlight, hot, Caribbean, no pain on my hands.
Wow. That is amazing. And your breathing and everything is back to normal now?
Yeah, the breathing went better already when incorporating more fresh food and vegetables, even not raw and not even vegan yet.
Right.
So I also got rid of all these pregnancy issues, that they say your moms are always tired. Moms have the mom belly. And I got rid of those as well. So
on the raw diet.
On the raw diet.
High carb or?
Just mostly fruit, and then in the evening, a little salad. I don't eat so much as I did before. Before I eat huge amounts. I was very skinny, and now I can eat little and be as I am, and be satisfied. I'm satisfied after every meal. I feel full. I feel good and happy, and that's so much better. Yeah.
Awesome. Is there any last thing you want to add?
Well, I just say if anybody wants to try it, just go and try it, because you'll find out. You'll find out how you feel, and just go for it.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing your story.
No, thank you as well.
Thanks. Er du blevet nysgerrig for, hvad det er for en kost, man skal spise for at opnå de her resultater, så gå over på min hjemmeside Rask på Raw. Her kan du nemlig downloade min gratis Kom I gang guide, som fortæller dig meget mere om principperne, så du selv kan komme i gang. Og hvis du er klar til at tage dit liv og helbred til endnu højere højder, så lad mig coache dig helt personligt, så du får de allerbedste resultater. Vi ses på min hjemmeside. Hej hej.